Smartphones, are they hurting or helping your relationships? Who talks about it?
We talk about it.
Now.
Hey guys, welcome back to We Talk About It Now. We're your hosts. I'm Marisa.
I'm Joe.
And we're really kind of excited to talk about this topic today. So this topic was submitted to us via the website. And as we've said a bunch of times, you are more than welcome to go there and submit your topic so we can talk about it. So my cousin, Crystal, who lives in Paris, France. Isn't that so fancy?
I love it.
Yeah, she married a Frenchman.
We're international.
Whose name is Francois. I mean, it's so French, right? They're wonderful. And they live in Paris. And Crystal submitted this question about smartphones, about is it helping or hurting relationships in your life? And it got me thinking because it's kind of, a new invention, in the scheme of things. It's not something that, really other generations before us have had like we have really had. I would say in the past, I'd even say 5 years, the extent of there's an app for that.
Right.
Has really been. And so we wanted to explore, what do you think, Joe, as far as helping or hurting relationships? Or maybe, let's take it back one notch. What would you say are the pros and the cons of it? Your own little list, if you had to say.
So I think the pros are, I truly can't imagine living without one. Yeah. Especially, I can't imagine having moved to New York City prior to having a smartphone.
Right.
Because when I got here and I had friends oh, do you know where Chicken Shack is? I'd be like,
and you should know where Chicken Shack is.
I can find it. And then I would just Google, Google Maps, where's Chicken Shack? How do I get there? What subways do I take? Where street is it on? And so I didn't have to ask people to, where is it? How do I get there? What subway should I take? And also, who used MapQuest anymore? Remember the days you had to print out MapQuest directions?
Right.
So I'm I can't imagine having lived here without simple access to a phone that talks me to wherever I need to go.
Absolutely. And having the app portion. When I first moved to the city, you could go to Hopstop. I don't think you guys know what Hopstop is. But I would have to do before I left the house. So I could be I want to go here and here. And I would literally have to remember, okay, the end to my first place. Then I'll get on, I'll switch to the 4. And, now I can be in the middle of Union Square and someone can say, meet me here. And I can just go right to my Google Maps and figure it out. And that is a godsend. Right. I really don't know how people are living in, especially an urban environment.
Right, and I also think just when you're bored waiting in line or waiting for a doctor's appointment or just generally waiting somewhere bored, it provides a lot of good entertainment. Okay. Games, videos, Hulu, Netflix, you can almost do everything via your phone nowadays. That's a pro. I think it helps us stay connected and is a tool that can truly help us be more effective and efficient. Mm-hmm. A con, though, is I think similarly our dependency on them. Even at work, yesterday, the guy that was sitting next to me was oh, I left my phone at home and I feel so strange. And I was yeah, even though you're at work, so you're not really going to be spending all day on your phone, or you shouldn't be. I feel the same way. I would contemplate turning around and going home and getting it because it's what if someone says, do you want to do dinner later? They're going to want me to respond before dinner time, not when I get home.
No.
And also, I think just in the pros and cons, dating. Remember the excitement of waiting till you got home as a kid? Did they call? Did they call? Now it's
I talked about this.
You just sit there all day. You're why haven't you texted me?
Yes.
I know you looked at your phone by now. Why are you ignoring it? I see you posted on Facebook, so I know you saw my text.
Yeah, we've added such a layer.
There's anxiety that's coming.
That's what I was gonna say. I was just gonna say that we've layered such smartphones, and maybe they've done it on purpose, smartly. Have added a layer of anxiety to people. That is just, and I'm one of those people. My phone has created such an anxiety for me because I have to constantly be connected to my email for my job, for my various other jobs. I need to have emails will be coming in, and it will stress me out. Whereas the old days were I saw my email in the morning and I saw it again when I came home, and that was it. I kind of miss those days. So there are times when I actually will leave my phone.
And I think from an employer standpoint in some industries, it's also created an expectation, you're saying.
Yes.
Oh, we know you can see that at noon.
Right.
You can't say because you're out at lunch.
Absolutely.
Didn't see it.
It's gonna beep. The little Gmail guy pops up, and you even see the little lead in line about or what it's gonna be, and it's just I'm crazy. They just they've almost put a chip inside of me. everyone is like, they know I can see everything. Like they're tracking me. There's no way I can have any privacy. So sometimes, to be honest, if Eric and I are going to go out, I don't really do it with my friends because I'm going to have to, maybe find them or something. But if Eric and I are going to go out, sometimes I'll leave my phone at home.
No, that's good. That's good because I think it leads into, do you really get anyone's undivided attention anymore with smartphones?
It's a good question. Even, what I will notice is anybody, and it's not just my generation, it's even like my mom's generation. Like, we'll be out to eat and my mom will like be on her phone. Like, we'll be waiting for the food to come and she's like texting. I'm like, what are you doing? Who are you talking to?
Right,
you know what I mean?
Like, engage with the people that are right in front of you.
Yes.
Not
and we're all guilty
through
of
your
it.
phone somewhere. Absolutely.
Not just you, Mom. Don't stress out.
One time, I was out to brunch with a group of people. Chris was there, and we were all just like checking our phones.
Yeah.
That they put what the rule was, everyone had to just stack their phones in the middle of the table, screen down, and the first person who reached for their phone had to pay the whole bill.
Really? Who was the first person that reached for it?
Well, none of us did. We all waited till it was the okay time. But I'm not gonna lie,
that.
It was peaceful because we had to engage with each other, but it was stressful.
Yes.
Like, wait, what? Is someone texting me? Like, what? I don't even know. Like, what's going on?
And I think it's because our lives are built into our phone. So when you're telling a story to your friend, oh yeah, this person said this thing to me. Oh, let me grab my phone. I'll show you.
Yeah.
Or wait, who starred in Elysium? Which for some reason I'm like obsessed with the movie Elysium. I'm always mentioning it. Like, who starred in it? I mean, Matt Damon starred in it. You should know. But just in case you don't know, oh, let me look it up. And now the phone's in your hand and it leads to the next thing. Or did you see what this person wrote on Facebook? Or
look at this picture. Look at this video.
It's it's so accessible, which is wonderful, I think.
Did you see what so-and-so posted?
Right. Do you know what I mean? Can you believe? I mean, we're constantly sending that to my friends. And in that way, I do think it's good that we have the accessibility to so many things. But I definitely feel like, no, you don't often get somebody just really like being present with you if the phone is
to be
close
seen.
by. Even in my in the acting business, you'd be shocked. I take a lot of classes, and you'll be shocked by the people who'll be on their phones in class. And I think it is the most, and that's just like the nerd student in me. Like, I'm not just saying here like, I would never do that. You would be?
No, I'd be like, what are you freaking people doing?
It's also how we were raised.
Are you not here to learn?
But, like, I'll watch people like look at their phones. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So there's this mentality now that it's like that it's acceptable.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
In conclusion, do you think it's helping or hurting relationships?
I think it's again like a double-edged sword. I think it helps because you have the ability to stay connected with people a lot easier.
Absolutely. I can text Crystal in France.
Let's be honest, all of my high school friends on Facebook, without Facebook, would we know what's going on in each other's lives?
No, I wouldn't know that Anastasia, congratulations, Anastasia, I'm not sure you're going to watch this, but she had a baby. I think her name's Ariana. We went to Bishop Grimes together, and I've like been following her pregnancy on Facebook. Like, she doesn't know this, but I've been following her pregnancy, and then like yesterday she had this thing like the last picture before the hospital, and I was like, oh my God. So I was like checking back, like, is the baby born? Oh, what a cute name. Like, I wouldn't know that Anastasia Skimaker was going to have a baby. Like, otherwise, I wouldn't.
So in that sense, yeah, I would say...
Love it.
It helps us stay connected with a lot more people.
Yes.
But at the same time, is that wearing us too thin?
I think it's taking away from authenticity of relationships.
Yeah, I would agree.
Of being when you're in the moment with people, taking away from the authenticity. Your phone can be used as an out in so many ways. You're on a bad date, it's like, oh, I gotta go, which can be helpful. Do you know what I mean? It lessens your responsibility in the moment. And I think that's a big thing.
I agree.
Especially with like kids and teenagers and us as adults. It lessens your responsibility in the moment. Yeah,
and also I think, because I'm someone, like a lot of people who are so in touch with their phone, and by the way, I keep looking over here because that's where my phone's sitting.
Yeah, because we put our phones here now and I'm like, oh, what's...
So every time I mention my phone, I feel like I have to look at it. But anyways, your friends who are like every 5 seconds looking at their phone.
Yes.
So when you text them and like 5 hours go by, you're like, bullshit, I know you looked.
Well, it's and most people have, it says red. It says red.
Oh, I took that off.
I don't have it on mine, but there are people who have it. There are people who have it.
Oh, yeah, when people read it and still don't respond. And what's funny is with your brother, he's gotten better, but when he first started like dating people and they'd bring up like, sometimes I wonder if he really likes me because I'm like, 3 business days. Like, if you reach out to Sean, you have to understand he's got a 3 business day turnaround. Think of it like he'll never email you. Before he'll get back to you. Like,
you want to talk about somebody who's like bypassed email? It's Sean. I don't even know what his email address is. And if you text him, he'll text me 2 days later. I'll
Right.
be like, what? I think the house is on fire. And 2 days later, I'll get a message. Is it still on fire? Did someone come? I'm dead now. But thank you so much for your response.
So I think from that sense, but so I don't know. I don't think it is
I don't know.
clearly either hurting or
I'm not
helping.
sure I could live without it.
Oh, I can't.
But I'm definitely trying in the new year. I know everyone says this New Year resolution. I really am. I think I might take off my Facebook app on my phone.
The app?
Yeah. I think it's a little much to just have on my phone. But that's my own personal thing. My best friend Christina said that she did it and that it helped her not to be on it as much. And I think that's like a really like, I don't know, mature, impressive step. And I'm like, maybe I should take this step. So I don't know. We'll see. What do you guys think? Let us know.
Yeah.
Is your smartphone helping or hurting your relationships?
So, like we said in the beginning, you can go to wetalkaboutitnow.com under the Participate tab and submit your topics that you want us to discuss. Thank you so much, Crystal, for this one. I think it's totally relevant and everyone can relate to this one.
Yes.
And if you don't have a smartphone, sorry. You can definitely go there. Comment on this video on our Facebook page or on our Twitter at We Talk Now. What do you think? What are the pros and cons? Do you feel like you can actually get someone's undivided attention anymore? And I don't know. Are they helping or hurting your relationships? I think it depends on the relationship and what's currently happening. So
let's talk about it.
Absolutely. And
all right,
so,
guys.
Thank you so much for watching. And who talks about it?
We talk about it
now.